This is the year for winners. It's going to get harder and harder for a loser to win. It's going to get easier and easier for a winner to win. So I want you guys to knuckle down, lock in, and pay a lot of attention because 2025 has to be a year that we all remember, filled with amazing stories. Life's never easy, guys. The easy way out doesn't exist. There's only one way out through the thorns, through the pain. It's the only way it's ever been. It's the only way it's ever going to be. I want to have to wake up every day and grind out and become richer than everyone else because I work harder than every else and I try harder than everyone else. I don't want any easy ways out. The idea of that aggravates me. I don't want to feel motivated. I want to feel tired and stressed. I want to run on pure discipline and adrenaline. Nobody is motivated at 400 in the morning. Nobody, so some people are up anyway. You're praying for an easy way out. I don't want one. Because if there is an easy way out, yeah, I'll win. But other people will win who I don't think deserve to win. Luckily, in my experience on this earth, the universe has never, I've ever seen ever given an easy way out to anybody. So I don't believe it's coming. And most of you seem to believe something fantastic is coming next year. And I would argue that it's not a bunch of people going to get laid off. Bitcoin might go up a bit, but you don't have enough. You need at least 50 Bitcoin. You ain't got it now. Your time to earn and work and buy them before they go up. You haven't done it if your predictions are true. If you really believe because of all the podcasts you've read that Bitcoin's going to 1 million, you still don't have enough. Do you understand? That's not a reason to rest. That's not a reason to wait. That's not a reason to do less work. That's a reason to work harder because you could turn your point 3 into point 5. You could turn your 2 into 20 because by the time it goes up, then you won't be able to. So even if you were right, that's even more argument for the same thing. It doesn't matter if you go left or right, you need to make money. It doesn't matter if you go up or down, you need to make money. Doesn't matter if it's H or cold. You need to make money. Doesn't matter if you're happy or sad, you need to make money. It's the only way to leverage yourself in this economic game that none of us can possibly escape. And what are you doing? What do you expect to happen here? And your version of locking in is finding copal. That's what you call work, gentlemen. It's go time. It's go time like it's never been before either. Things are going to go great and you need to get your ducks in a row now before they go too great. E.g., the Bitcoin price goes to the moon, or things are going to go wrong and you need to get your ducks in a row before they go wrong. E.g., Bitcoin price tanks, it doesn't matter either way. It's go time. And truthfully, the law of averages ensures that the majority of people are exactly that average. If you're watching this, most of you are average. Most of you cannot be exceptional by virtue of the nature of exceptionalism. You may be exceptional amongst the general populace because you're all fans of mine, but measured against other fans of mine, the majority of you will be average. That's what it means, but that's fine because you can win if you're average. If you're first, you can win of your average. If you try harder than the rest, you can win of your average. If you pay attention, you can win of your average. If you do the right things, if you're not lazy, it's very easy to win. If you're average, you just need to get another advantage. And the easiest advantage is I'm prepared to put in the work, every day show up, and I'm going to start right now. I guarantee you results. If you do that, guaranteed however you intend on making money currently is asking somebody else to pay you money. You can't make money. You are given money by somebody for something. Once Bitcoin proves itself as the asset that you believe it's going to be, people would rather buy Bitcoin than give you the money for whatever service you offer, meaning it's going to become very difficult for you to earn any money and buy Bitcoin. So you have to buy now before it blows up. If you're right and if you're wrong, you still need to find a way to make money. This is the beauty of what I wanted to say to you. There's only one answer to all things. The answer is always the same. Doesn't matter what happens. What matters is you need money. There's never been a time in my life where having loads of money was bad, ever. It's always an advantage. It's secure, all same with strength. I've never thought, damn it, I'm too strong. Damn it, wish I wasn't so strong. That doesn't happen. These are the two things that you can never get enough of, which is why they're the two things you should be focused on. Because once you get enough, you get to observe the game from above. You get to watch the ant argue and scatter around like I do. So I don't want you guys to be living on hope. It is go time. Today's go time right now is go time. There's absolutely no other time for you to go. But now you either go now or you lose. Now you can finally take some action and get something done as a man. You win by your very existence. That is the difference between a winner and a loser. A winner can breathe, and people will have an opinion about it. A loser is trying very hard to be relevant, and it is your job to win as much as possible. And I'm going to make sure none of you are falling for a very obvious and simple trap. And that trap is the false idea of work. I'm believing that anybody out there gives a true about you as opposed to themselves because they don't. Life is actually very simple because it's a one-move win. Imagine. No matter what scenario you're in, you only had to do one thing. Imagine boxing, and no matter what attack he threw at you, no matter how big and strong he was, no matter how tired you were, you didn't have to do any fancy combination. You didn't have to do any kind of clever footwork. You only had to do one move and you instantly and endlessly, 100% of the time won. And life is the same, and that thing is get rich, whatever. I see an argument online about anything. My instant response is, thank God I'm rich. And if I am emotionally vested in that argument, if I am looking at that argument and believe the outcome genuinely matters and can affect my life, I'm only more motivated to get rich if I look at an argument and say, I really care about this time to get rich. Well, there's two reasons. Reason one is that wealth gives you power and allows you to move the needle, because most of you are not rich enough to move the needle in any significant way. And two, wealth also gives you ability to build your own reality. Focusing all that energy on getting as rich as possible is more likely to change your experience than rage posting the easiest place to see. This is with Bitcoin. Everyone loves Bitcoin. Everybody believes in Bitcoin. Bitcoin's going to the moon. I get it, but why are you watching videos about Bitcoin and researching Bitcoin instead of earning money to buy more Bitcoin? It's binary. You either believe in Bitcoin or you don't. And if you do believe in Bitcoin, the most prudent and intelligent spend of your time is to work as hard as possible to acquire as much as possible before the price becomes prohibitive, to sit there with zero point 0.3 Bitcoin, to believe that Bitcoin's going to go up, and then to watch Bitcoin videos and watch opium and research how the blockchain works, with no intention of actually programming the blockchain in any way, is a mistake, and it is a trick and a trap you are falling for because you believe by doing that, you are somehow working towards the end goal, and you're attracted to Bitcoin because you can buy and forget you love Bitcoin because it's offering you the lazy man's dream. Buy some of me and do nothing. It is the dream of every person alive to park some money, ignore it, and with no work have more money, because that's nearly impossible to do. If you want to start a rental property portfolio, you have to work, there's taxes, there's legal, there's cleaning, there's maintenance, there's finding tenants, there's work. Bitcoin is very lazy. So you buy it, you do nothing, and you're told you're going to be a millionaire one day. That satisfies part of your heart. That's a perfect scenario, but then you have this time on your hands and you're sitting there thinking, well, Bitcoin's going to make me a millionaire, and I want to happen now. So what do? What you start doing is reading about Bitcoin, tweeting about Bitcoin, posting about Bitcoin, watching all the hopium, looking up random YouTubers for their Bitcoin predictions, listening to Michael Saylor. All of these things you are doing because you are trying to expedite. You're trying to speed up the pace at which Bitcoin saves you from your miserable life. But it is a mistake because doing all of that doesn't change anything. I know you could argue that the collective energy of enough people understanding Bitcoin and tweeting about it moves the needle. That is true. But if I were to say to you, spend the next 100 hours reading and watching Bitcoin videos, or the next 100 hours working, earning money, and buying Bitcoin, which one do you think would put you in a position where you could retire sooner? It would be from working and purchasing, but you're trying to avoid the work. This is so important, guys, that you find yourself in these political arguments. You find yourself watching Bitcoin videos. You find yourself locking in to do absolutely unproductive things, because the only thing that's productive in all scenarios is earning money.